That was crazy. I mean, I've been sitting here a long time, a very long time. But anyway, stream started. So, hopefully everybody's doing okay this morning, as always. And I know you're probably thinking like, there's got to be some type of clickbait. There's no way this whole stream is going to be about whale games, but it actually is. And not just general stuff, but current stuff that matters now. So it's not like it's a hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. It's not like I'm just like talking about the general topic, but stuff going on right now. But anyway, so yesterday, like I was even saying, we were sitting at 58,000 for a minute, um, and then it just jumped up to like almost 61,000. And I was, like I said, I was asking you guys on stream if you saw anything, and nobody saw anything because there really was nothing. Even after I got off the stream, I didn't see anything. But yeah, sometimes they just manipulate the market when they, like I said, sometimes they know stuff is about to happen, or they're just trying to get people excited and get people to FOMO in, and they take profits. Thing I keep saying on the channel is they, for the amount of money that these institutions and big players put in, they don't need a 3% increase is good for them. I know that's probably hard for some of y'all to realize, but yeah, they don't even need 100%. They don't need 20, 40%, any of that for them to make money, because most people in this market are used to trading. Like, that's what Wall Street is. It's trading. They call them investors, but they're not doing like we're doing. I mean, well, some of them are. They're buying stuff sometimes and holding it long term, but for the most part, they're day trading. So yeah, that was real suspect yesterday. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff today in all the well games and stuff. What is that? Oh, so wait, this is not the first thing I'm supposed to have. Where did this come from? My bad. So the inflows to the Bitcoin ETFs yesterday was 27.8 million. The inflows to the Ethereum ETFs was 5 million. So I don't know if there's been a day that both of them had positive inflows, but that's the first that I remember. Not big inflows, but anyways, that was the inflows. Just reporting what the news is. Did I want to talk about this? I might talk about that later. Push this down. Well, we're not to whale games yet, but we'll get there in a minute. But El Salvador's Bitcoin City port transformation secures $1.6 billion investment. I believe they said this was one of the biggest investments in the nation's history. They're using this investment to upgrade two ports, including one in the home of the proposed Bitcoin City, according to the August 12th video statement. Um, oh, don't message me right now. Bukele's video revealed the yield port would be upgrading the ports at Acajula and La Union, the latter being the site of the proposed Bitcoin City. President Bukele announced that his investment marks the third phase of his government's economic development plan, focusing on logistics. He emphasized that this investment will create new and improved trade opportunities for the Central America country. This is a lot of stuff talking about the investment, whatever, but pretty much the Bitcoin City is one of the President Bukele's most ambitious projects. The proposed city aims to be a tax haven and will leverage geothermal energy for Bitcoin mining. Plans for the city includes residential areas, commercial hubs, museums, entertainment venues, bars, an airport, a port, and rail connections. Bukele announced the project in 2021, promising funding through Volcano Bond. However, construction is yet to be commenced. It seems like he's pretty serious about this, though. I don't really want to talk about what a tax haven is on stream, but you can look it up. Some of you already know, but yeah. So he's trying to bring the money to them. He's doing pretty good so far, and cleaning up the place. This is the video, but it's in a different language. I wish I would have transcribed it before. But anyway, next we have Metaplanet. Y'all have heard me say this name 1,000 times probably already. Metaplanet acquired another 57 Bitcoin valued at 500 million yen, which I think is about what 30 to $35 million worth of Bitcoin. So Metaplan is continually, they're trying to be the MicroStrategy. Um, so they keep buying. I don't want to talk about this next one, but yeah, they're continuously buying Bitcoin. Um, do I talk? Anyway, I'll talk about it for a minute. Japan. I don't know what I was about to say. The Japan Parliament asked the central bank governor Yude to discuss rate hikes. I'm not going to get into the full article, but they're supposed to have a discussion about this on August 23rd, which is something that's probably, I hate talking about this stuff because the market could go either way, but this could cause the market to sit still for a minute and people to wait to see what's going to happen with this. But just hold on to that information because we got some other news about how the market can move. So anyway, this is one of the things that people are going to be paying attention to in the market. So August 23rd, which is pretty much like that's next week. They're going to be discussing whether or not they're going to hike the rates or whatever. Most people said they don't think they will. I don't know. Now to some of the whale game stuff that I was talking about. Like I was saying yesterday, Bitcoin with the 58,000 to 61 out of nowhere. There was no reason for it. I never saw any news, nothing bullish. It's just them doing what they typically do. But at the same time, as far as Ethereum, this is Black Tower Capital just unloaded 25 million in ETH, and a whale dropped 154 million, which is probably why you saw some of the movements yesterday. Let me see, what was it at yesterday? I was looking at. They're trying to, I think they're trying to do. I'm sorry, this is a little tangent. I'm about to go on for a minute, just a minute to make sense. Yeah, it was like a 20. Let's pull this up. It was around 27,000, and then it dropped down to about 2,500. Oh yeah, I almost forgot what I was going to say. So what I was going to say is a lot of y'all been asking me, oh, the Ethereum ETFs, whatever. What you think the price is going to be, right? And I said that I thought I could get around maybe 8,500 was my target. A lot of people saying 13,000 or whatever, but I say 8,500. But here's another thing I think people got to consider. I keep saying this, and I try to say it enough in the group, even when y'all looking at like stuff we get into, and people like, Zoe, what price you think this can get to? Doesn't really matter because it's all about the market cap. The market cap, how many times the market cap can multiply. I'm not looking at prices. And then that's when you have to factor in dilution, vesting schedules, and all that kind of stuff. And you figure out like where the market cap could get to anyway. But and it's all about percentage gain, right? Sometimes I think people pay attention too much to price. And I know when you're making YouTube thumbnails and talking to people about it, it gives people a visual. And you can do the same calculations, but I'm more focused on market cap. But anyway, so I kept saying 8,500, which it still could get to. But I said this a couple of weeks ago. I think what they're going to do is, I thought they would. I remember one time I was like, they're trying to get Ethereum back to 3,400. I don't know if y'all remember when I said that, but look how far we are from 3,400. We down at 2,600 now. So my thing is, I'm wondering, like, because they all work together and play these well games, are they trying to drop this thing? I know it sounds crazy to y'all, but I wonder if they're trying to drop this really close to 2,000, and everybody's already thrown out these price targets of, I even said 8,500. A lot of people saying I see 13,000, 18,000 Ethereum or whatever like that. But what if that's just all a part of the games and they drop this closer to 2,000, and 2,000 is the bottom for them because they're the whales. They can play the games. They can make the market move wherever they want to move. So let's say they drop it to 2,000. That's where they start like their gains at or whatever. And they just run it up to, let's say 7,000, 7,500. Once again, leaving everybody waiting for a price target of, even mine is 8,500, 13,000. And we never get to any of those price targets. I don't know. I'm not saying it won't get that high, but I'm just saying this is the types of games they play. When I started seeing all these people dumping Ethereum, plus the whale games is like everybody's like, all right, Ethereum ETFs are here, so the price is about to go crazy. And just like with Bitcoin, it actually started dumping because they know that everybody's going to be bullish on it. Everybody was going to FOMO into Ethereum, and like a lot of channels were saying, you should front run the trade. This is what they want you to think, that it's not going to do anything or whatever. And as I keep saying, they're not waiting for 100%, even 50%, 40%. They're taking profits on 10 and 20%, 8%, 5%. So anyway, I was just thinking about that. I wonder if they're gonna try to. I know that's not what y'all want to hear. Sorry, I guess I'm supposed to want to talk about positive stuff, but I'm wondering, even though it's bearish, if they're trying to drop this closer to 2,000, then collect their big bags down there and then ride it back up. Anyway, sorry, I wasn't trying to be depressing, but it's just a thought I had. Um, and pretty much, I think they were saying the same thing in this too. He says ETH stuck at 2,600 with bear signals like a death cross. If it falls below 2,500, it could dip to 2,000. He said the same thing, but he said a break of 2,700, we might see a ride up to 3,000. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. I'm just accumulating. Anyway, so another thing that happened on the market, which is why this is the main reason I made this. Sorry, my head is a little. Oof. Another reason I made this thumbnail is because we were up to. I'm trying to find it. We were up to like 6,100, right? And once again, they don't have to take big percentage profits or whatever. But so we got that run up on Bitcoin yesterday, but then now we got some more crap here where that pulls up. Yeah. So it says a wallet that received 2.19 Bitcoin, excuse me, $2.19 billion worth of Bitcoin from Mt. Gox has just initiated a test transaction. And pretty much when they start doing this, when they do a test transaction, people think they're going to make a bigger move later. And to be honest, 90% of times, that's what they're doing. They make a little test transaction, a couple of dollars, and then they dump a whole bunch of Bitcoin or whatever. And so if y'all, so give y'all perspective, this just happened like 2 hours ago. So once again, the news hasn't gotten around. Not saying I'm the breaking news. I'm the first one to talk about it. I'm pretty sure there's a couple other people talking about it. But anyway, so now everybody's watching this this Bitcoin to see, what's going to happen, because it is $2 billion worth. And like I said, it's only 2 hours ago. It's going to take at least 6 hours before the news really gets around or whatever. So now everybody's watching and waiting to see if this stuff is going to dump. Because I know even yesterday somebody was talking about one of the projects we got into, and it kind of like went up pretty fast. But I was saying, don't worry. I'm sorry, I'm talking about a lot of bearish stuff today, but we can get another dump here soon. And then you'll get another opportunity to get in some entries that you was probably looking at. But yeah, I haven't tracked this because I just saw it before I got on stream. But yeah, we'll see if a dump comes or not. I'm still just gonna be buying at the best prices. Same old, same old. Just keep it simple. Don't make it difficult. But PPI numbers came better than people thought. So, excuse me, better than projected. So they're saying that they feel like this gives us a better chance at getting the interest rate cut next month, which people already feel like it's going to be an interest rate cut next month. And if you don't know, that would be seen as bullish for the markets, and we probably could get a run from here. But I guess we'll find out more tomorrow, because it's Tuesday, Wednesday. They'll talk more about this stuff and give people an idea whether or not we're going to have interest rate cuts next month. But he always talks in between the lines anyway, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, maybe next month is bullish. I'm going to be honest, with all the stuff, even though I know there's a lot of stuff coming up that could be bullish, I'm not really looking for any movements until probably like maybe end of September, beginning of October, and maybe even November. So as I don't care, man. I don't care. I can wait for movements because I have patience. Let me talk about this one too. And I'll talk about this sometimes on the channel too. And we all can get caught up on this. I'm gonna make this simple. So a lot of times I talk about like when they start minting like stable coins, USDC and USDT. Let me say it this way. When they do this stuff in the past, or especially when they do it in the middle, if they do this in the middle of like a bull run when we start getting hot, then that is pretty bullish. Like, like something's about to happen. But right now we kind of sideways or whatever. So what I feel like is happening is they're minting all these stable coins, USDC, USDT, to make people think like, hey, y'all, they minted $1 billion worth of stable coins. So that means we about to run today or tomorrow or this week. I don't think that's what's happening. I think it's just trickery. It's more whale games, like I said. And so, but this stuff is on the market. But what happens is they mint it. Everybody gets bullish about it, starts talking about it. They start telling their Patreons and their Discords and their Telegrams that the market is about to be bullish this week, and it does nothing. But then they forget about it. That all these, and now we're up to about 2-3 billion. I don't know, probably like four. This person says it's been 32 billion minted in the past year, but lately it's been about 4 billion. But anyway, so let's say 13 billion in the last year. We haven't had too many big price movements in the last year, to be honest. I'm not, we had the little March run or whatever, but still not too huge. We had a whole bunch of stable coins coming to the market since then, but it's just been sitting there. What's going to happen is when they get ready to move the market, the stable coins are already there and you've forgotten about it. And that's why I'm telling people, just buy when you see a good prices. Don't try to wait till you think it's going to be bullish, because the stable coins are already there for them to buy it and you've forgotten about it. So this is the kind of games they be playing and stuff. So I'm gonna just be honest, probably nothing's going to happen with this stable coins until they want something to happen. Do I want to talk about this one? I'm gonna just talk about it very briefly in a couple of sentences. I'm not even gonna pull it up. But anyway, so a lot of people saying blah blah blah. Kamala's been climbing in the polls. Everybody's saying they wonder if she's gonna take a take a bullish stance on crypto or whatever and try to compete with Trump or whatever. But it's been some I can't say it's like 100% true, but apparently her advisors or whatever that she's been having, I mean, I know what their stance is. They are pretty anti-crypto, but I don't think she's like or anybody's made like a solid statement that these are her advisors or whatever. But anyway, if these guys they are anti-crypto. So she could say one thing when she goes to rallies and when she has speeches or one thing, but behind closed doors it's looking like the opposite. But what y'all, as I keep saying to y'all don't realize how much inside information y'all have. Even though y'all come to listen to me, y'all probably watch other crypto channels, y'all know way more than regular people in the regular world. Regular people just go into the rallies or the speeches and they listen to whatever she says, or even Trump. They just listen to whatever Trump says, but they don't really know what's going on behind closed doors. They don't know about the XRP cases and the SEC giving people problems and calling stuff securities. They don't know any of this stuff. So they just going to listen to whatever they say. But behind closed doors, her advisors these guys are really anti-crypto. And it'd be crazy to see them try to change their tone. So I doubt that's going to happen, which is why I keep saying all this stuff is just to make people think like, oh, we actually got a race now, because now Trump and Kamala head to head. I feel like Republicans going to win regardless. And all this stuff is just smoke and mirrors to cause some drama. So it is what it is. I'm trying to think. I don't need to read through this. Let me just sum it up. I'm gonna just sum this up, y'all. I've been having some short streams lately, but for when the market's bearish, I'd rather y'all spend your time researching the stuff. And now I don't want to just be talking for an hour. I mean, if I talk for an hour, that means I got something to talk about. But anyway, Canadian crypto exchange gambled away $9.5 million of users' Bitcoin and Ethereum. The British Columbia Securities Commission revealed how EasyBTC's founder misappropriated millions of customers' funds for personal use, leading to significant investor losses. Pretty much, dude, the exchange is supposed to hold your stuff in cold storage or whatever, and then, that's trading in and out, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, that's not what they were doing. Just put it that way. He was using the money, he was transferring the money to different gambling platforms and gambling away the money. So that's why I keep saying, just like we once y'all get in crypto, because you watch me and you watch other channels, we get into this we get into the habit of bashing banks, in which I still think banks are trash. So I'm not saying they're not trash, but then you start to think like everything is Web3 is just like so much more trustworthy than banks or whatever, but they do the same things. That's why I keep telling y'all, I don't know what y'all think exchanges are, but to be honest, it's really just the Web3 version of banks, if you want to be honest. That's why I tell you not to keep your stuff on there. And everybody, and I'm gonna try to dramatize this out with very weak acting, but this is what happens. I keep saying this stuff, or somebody else might tell you, and nobody cares. As I always say, until your exchange is the one that's locked up, or they gamble away your funds, and then we say like, I told you not to do that. And you'll be like, I know. You told me, and I know I should have. Don't be that person. That's just stupid. Don't end up in the situation, because everybody thinks, well, it's always a small percentage that it happens. As I keep saying, you don't want to be in a small percentage. So once again, I'm not trying to knock them, because they do allow us to make money and allow us to be in crypto and buy crypto, but don't be so trustworthy exchanges. I don't care how big they are. Even like I said, the story of Binance yesterday, that's not Binance's fault. They didn't do anything wrong. It's just that they decided to block them from block customers from trading on Binance and locking up their accounts or whatever. So I'm done with the rant. Get your stuff off exchanges. Please get you some cold storage. That's pretty much it. Oh wait, I got some. Well, that's it for that story. But let me talk about. I'm gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna tell nobody's business. Um, I'm gonna beat around the bush with this story. I'm not even gonna read the story. I'm just tell you the gist of it. And I know I'm repeating this, but hot wallets, the same thing as exchanges. Hot wallets are the browser extension wallets you have. Like I don't use them enough to remember all of them. MetaMask is one of the main ones people know. Trust Wallet. So just put it this way: there's a hack that they were using to exploit wallets or whatever. And so we had a situation a while ago with somebody who's been with me since the beginning, um, since before I even started the Patreon, the YouTube channel, any of this stuff. And so they had a problem. It really was their fault because I told them don't keep your stuff on MetaMask or whatever. But I was looking into it this week or whatever. What happened is they got sent some money from someone, right? They got sent money from. Excuse me, sorry. They got sent money from someone to their MetaMask wallet or whatever. So they didn't know the money was in there, but the money left the wallet or whatever. And I'm thinking, whatever. I'm trying to. I'm trying to just put it this way: their MetaMask got hacked, so they got money sent to their MetaMask wallet, and then they didn't know the money was there. In some kind of way, the money got drained off the wallet without them even moving it. And like I said, this is happening to somebody that's in our group. I just wanted to let y'all know this is not just hypothetical stuff. This is not just stuff to be people trying to scare you or whatever. Yeah, your MetaMask has it. You when you sign up for it, you can get your private key or whatever. But it's just not. It's not as secure as a cold storage wallet. Is what I'm just trying to get y'all to understand. So the money was easily moved out of there. I mean, there's nothing they can do about it. You really can't complain about it because I've told them from the beginning, stop keeping stuff on hot wallets, MetaMask. I know y'all love MetaMask, as I keep saying. Just use MetaMask for quick trades, or if you have to do, if it's a migration, or you have to, get your tokens vested or whatever. Don't keep your stuff on there. As soon as it hits your wallet, send it to a cold storage wallet. That's all I really got to say about that without reading the whole article. And the last thing I'm gonna say without even pulling up, well, I'll pull up the article just because visual. Uh, I've seen some people in this space that, even people that I respect, say they mess with it. Listen, y'all, I don't mess with anything that's hex, pulse chain, none of that crap. I'm not trying to say everybody's bad or whatever, but if I see anybody talking about hex or pulse, I want to say anybody. But for the most part, like on Twitter stuff, I don't trust them. I know that they had this whole sacrifice. Let me tell y'all straight up. I don't understand how the system works. All I know is Richard Hart is a scammer. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But they're reopening in this case with this class action lawsuit or whatever. I think last cycle a lot of people were told not to mess with Hex and Pulse and stuff. But I'm just saying to say, if you're new to the space, stay away from Hex and Pulse. There's a lot of other places you can make money without trying to figure out all the logistics of the stuff they got going on over there. If you made money on the last cycle, congratulations. But I tell people as much as I can to not mess with Pulse and X because Richard Hart was playing his own whale game, like by himself. He was using to use his funds just like that exchange and buying watches. And the way he used to advertise those watches was so stupid to me. He used to just sit them on the desk. And I was like, I know plenty of people who have watch collections and that are millionaires, and that's not how they keep their watches. I've never seen, I know quite a few, I've never seen anybody keep their watches like that. A lot of stuff he was doing was scammy, but people gonna fall for it, just like a lot of people falling for scammer YouTubers and scammer Twitter people and stuff because y'all don't know, y'all are new. So um, anyway, that's all I gotta say. Stay away from Hex and Pulse. But now we're gonna get to the comments, questions, and concerns. Another pretty short stream. Nendo said, "Yo, what's up? I haven't seen you in a minute over here. So what's up?" Oh, that was my comment. I don't know why it was taking so long to get on stream. I was sitting there for about 8 minutes. The Stefano said, "Oh yeah, I know. I can't believe I didn't talk about that, but I saw it. But Let me read your comment first. If people here, it says, "Hi Zoe, what are your thoughts on Tangent Wallet OKX Dex slash Bridge? They released an article on it today. It provides low cost swap across different networks for over 210K crypto assets. Yeah, I think it's bullish, but I saw the article and it's pretty big news, but I was really paying attention to some other stuff, and I didn't get a chance to look into it. But um, I'm hoping it's the like full scale OKX Dex because they do have a lot of cryptos like that you can't get like on the regular stuff like Coinbase, Binance, and Mexi and stuff like that. And so a lot of the tokens they have, you usually have to go through certain measures to get those tokens, some of the measures we talk about in the group. But I wonder, is this going to open it up for access to some of those tokens? But I didn't look into the article. I think it's bullish, but I didn't look into the article to see how deep it went. But my thing is, like I said, I'm still bullish on Tangent. It's my actually no, it is my favorite cold wallet, but I'm still letting them work out the kinks to the swaps and all that kind of stuff. I don't use it yet, but it's bullish for later on. It's like I'm pretty sure by next year that all this stuff will be working smoothly. So yeah, it's bullish. Um, but I didn't look too deep into it to see like everything. But I think that the article came out yesterday. I just didn't read it yet. But yeah, it can be bullish. Katie Kate said, "Good morning. It's a great day to DCA." Yeah, it definitely is. I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna put out some notifications yesterday, but I just waited because I waited for the fact that what I talked about on stream yesterday. I thought they were playing well games yesterday with that 58 to 61 almost, and so I was just trying to see what they were about to do. Because when they do stuff like that, I just felt like it was about to be a huge dump coming. So I was just a little hesitant, even though I always say just buy at good price is true. But I was like, okay, this is only like a 24 hours difference. So let me see what happens on the market before I put stuff out because it looked like a dump was going to come and it still could come, y'all. Um, but yeah, I think it's a good day to DCA into a lot of stuff. I just didn't want to put out any notifications yet. But there go my head hurting again. I gotta go get some breakfast or something. But yeah, let's just talk about some of the whale games they got going on. What's my head doing? Let me see if I see any like news that y'all need to know now. Some stuff is getting a little bit more green. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. More people talking about the Mt. Gox move in the Bitcoin now. Sometimes it takes about 6 to 8 hours for this news and stuff to circulate. Um, so yeah, I want to see how now that more people talking about it, I wonder what it's going to make the market do. Hold on, let me see. What is this? The same move, the transaction that they did earlier, or is this a bigger move? Because now I just seen 4 people in a row talking about it. Let me pull this up real quick. I will say, I know a lot of y'all say I should do this earlier than I do it. And apparently I do this wrong. But while I'm looking at this news, if you want to join the Patreon, if you're new here, patreon.com/cryptozo. They're gonna just move to hmm. Yeah. It looks like they made another move. So hmm, it could dump. We could dump. I don't know. I'm trying to read through it. Oh. And the thing is, and let me say this too. I'm sorry, let me say this clearly. When I say it could dump, that's because of what people think. And once again, this could be still another whale game, just like I've been saying today. But it doesn't mean that's one thing I'm even have to realize. Sometimes you have to delete the information because the information you can know is like, oh, this is just whale games, but the rest of the market is not going to treat it like that. It could just be a move to the exchange, and probably nothing's going to happen with it. But what I will say, the market is either going to dump it, it's going to probably be sideways. But I got to look into what other people are saying about it, not because it's like for alpha reason, but to see how everybody else in the market has what they think about it, the sentiment. Just like I said with projects, like we can be bullish on the project, but you got to wait for the sentiment to catch on the project. But Just Answer said breakfast here is 6:30. Oh no, it's like afternoon where I'm at. Yeah. Anyway, let's get out of here. Patreon.com/cryptozo. I don't know what the market is either gonna be sideways or it's gonna be a dump. This could be more whale games, y'all. I know a lot of, as I say, I know a lot of y'all didn't know what y'all was signing up for, and you thought this was gonna be crazy. And especially some of you, I mean, I think a lot of people came in like thinking like my portfolio's got at least like 5x in 2 months, but nah, it's not like that. You could be sitting sideways. I've been saying this since the beginning. You could sit sideways for 5 to 8, even 12 months sometimes. But all you got to do is you just really just gotta have tough skin and be disciplined. Hold your bags. Make sure you got conviction in the right bags and ride the wave or ride the non-wave. But when the wave comes, it's gonna be a big wave. So that's all I can say. But Patreon.com/cryptozo, and I'm gonna catch y'all next time.